The future perfect tense refers to something that will happen before something else happens in the future, or before a particular time in the future. By the time my father arrives, I will have finished my homework. Notice that we used will plus have plus the past participle, and that's going to be the positive form of the future perfect simple. By the time my father arrives, I won't have finished my homework. Negative form. Will I have finished my homework by the time my father arrives? Interrogative form. The word by is very common in this tense. By Monday, by June, by 2023, by the end of this month. We can also see expressions like by the time my mother arrives, by the time she finishes cooking, by the time they arrive home. By the end of June, my son will have graduated and found a job. It simply means that between now and the end of June, my son will have completed these two things, graduating and finding a job. Complete the following chart. Positive, I will have done my homework by 10 o'clock. Negative, I won't have done my homework by 10 o'clock. Interrogative, will I have done my homework by 10 o'clock? Here in the negative form we have they won't have repaired their car by tomorrow. Positive form is they will have repaired their car by tomorrow. Interrogative, will they have repaired their car by tomorrow? Interrogative, will she have finished cooking by the time her husband arrives? Positive, she will have finished cooking by the time her husband arrives. Negative, she won't have finished cooking by the time her husband arrives. Put the verbs in brackets in the correct tense. Future simple or future perfect. One, by 6 o'clock she will have cleaned her room. 2, by the end of next month I will have traveled to Paris. 3, by next week I will have sold my old car. 4, will you have done the shopping by 3 o'clock? 5, by 2021 we won't have finished building our house. We can't be talking about future perfect simple without mentioning future perfect continuous. We use the future perfect continuous tense to talk about a long action before some point in the future. The action we're talking about is going to be happening in the future continuously. We do express this using this form: subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. By 5 o'clock, my mother will have been baking a cake for an hour. By 5 o'clock specifies a time in the future. For an hour tells us the length of the action. It shows that it's a continuous activity. The negative form goes like, by 5 o'clock, my mother won't have been baking a cake for an hour. Interrogative. Will my mom have been baking a cake for an hour by 5 o'clock? Exercise 3. Put the verbs in brackets in the correct tense. Future perfect simple or continuous. By 2023, we will have been living in this city for 10 years. 2. Will you have finished your work by 6 p.m.? 3. I will have been working on this project for 3 weeks by the end of this month. He will have left Morocco by the time you arrive.